Yo, before this video starts, I want to do a quick Spark Notes version of what I go through in the video because this video might not be for everybody. I deep dive into the things that I believe are causing players to step away from Apex and what we could do to fix them. I do believe that people are stepping away from Apex because of the lack of content, the lack of innovation and creativity when it comes to Apex, game modes, and the quality of life. Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. This one today, we got something stinky to talk about. I'm just gonna spray the cold water on your face right now and just give you a big wake-up call. The community is in shambles because Apex is in shambles, and what I mean by that is it is at an all-time low in terms of viewership since the year 2020. Now, I know that sitting here and using Twitch numbers only isn't a good justification as to why the game is dying or, quote, dead, but it's across the board. You can see it with YouTube as well, and if we want to deep dive further into that, into the deep end, it's also within the player base. Now, before we kind of keep moving forward into this conversation, I do think that it is worthwhile noting that all games go through this cycle, okay? This isn't just Apex specific. Fortnite went through it when Apex was at his peak. Warzone went through it when Fortnite and Apex were at their peaks. And now it's just Apex's turn. Let's also bear in mind that as it sits right now, Fortnite just dropped and it's a completely overhauled season. The new map of Warzone just came out literally today. So obviously eyes are gonna be on those two battle royales, leaving Apex behind. Now, the big question is it gonna really stay behind in terms of viewership and innovation? Personally, my hope is no. And I don't think it's wrong to wanna hope that your game, your favorite game, I should say, isn't gonna make a great comeback. But I know that a lot of people are really fed up with Apex and the lack of innovation and the lack of updates, which is very understandable. So I know a lot of people might be thinking, no, this isn't possible. Me, I think it is possible. Do I think that it's going to be very difficult? Yes. But do I think that's impossible? Absolutely not. I do have faith in the Respawn team. Now, with my hopeful mindset aside, I would like to talk about some things that I do believe that could be a game changer for Apex. I think that it's really safe to say that when it comes to microtransactions, Apex is 100% the worst BR for it. Let me explain why I think that is before I get tomatoes thrown at me. Okay, so listen, Apex has a monthly store that obviously changes every month. And within that store, there's a little sidebar for limited time, which they use to sell you previous released skins with their variant, and that rotates every 3 days. Keep in mind, it's nothing new that ever comes to that limited time. They're just re-releasing old skins and their variants. Fortnite has a rotating store with so many different crossovers from so many different TV shows, movies, other video game franchises. They are the gold standard of microtransactions and cosmetics, and it rotates every single day at 8 p.m. and it's new every single day. Sometimes things are recycled, yes, 100%, but a lot of the time it's new, innovative stuff. Not to mention the emoting. The same thing goes for Call of Duty. They just had a Nicki Minaj crossover where Nicki Minaj got a skin. They also have some crazy crossover skins like Spawn. I know that they also have creator bundle skins. Apex has yet to do that when it comes to creativity and crossovers with the skins. There have only been a handful of times, I think one collection event really, that kind of pushed the boundary with a crossover skin, and that was Post Malone. Don't get me wrong, those skins are sick, but the rest of the store, it's just reskin after reskin with the same character concept design with just different designs on the exact same model. To me personally, it just feels like reskins. Not to mention the amount that it costs to even get the skin. Now, I live in Canada, so we have the exchange rate thing. So for me to even buy 2,500 coins, it's like 30 bucks. Sorry, let me correct myself. I just double checked. It is $27.99 for 2,000 coins, and that buys a single skin because most of the legendary skins are 1,800. So the price point at which that I am buying a single skin on Apex just isn't worth it in my eyes, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same. I think it would be extremely advantageous to just drop the prices of these skins. Pack bundles aside, do what you want with how much you're spending, but at least even it out, cover the spread of a single legendary skin. Drop it to 900 maybe, or 1,000. $30 gets me literally one skin, which is insane. The next thing is available game modes. We had an absolute hit of the 3 strikes mode, which was an absolute blast to play. A lot of people were extremely positive about it. The problem with it is it didn't bring back viewership, which how can you expect it to? I mean, really, it is the exact same game over and over again. You just have 3 lives. Was it fun? Absolutely. Did it bring back people to the game? No. Why is that? I suspect expect because it was the only thing that was out at the time. So we have trios, we have duos, and we have mixtape. That's it, and that's all we've had for a pretty long time. Now, back in the day, granted, this should be enough to keep people happy. This is not back in the day. Unfortunately, we live in 2023 now, where the gold standard is constantly raised. The bar is always set higher, and I hate to keep going back to Fortnite. And I know some people might say it's even an unfair comparison, but it's really not. It's a battle royale. But what they have done is they have expanded into so many different modes. Even as I'm sitting here making this right now, tomorrow they come out with this brand new Lego Fortnite, which is just an extension of Fortnite. But you have creative world building in Fortnite as well. I'm kind of getting sidetracked here. What I'm saying is there needs to be a bit more of diversity when it comes to the Apex playlist. We've had duos for how long? I can't even remember when we didn't have duos. Would it be so difficult to even just add duos ranked? Or even a solos mode with only, you know, quote, movement legends or solo legends, so that whole argument of team play is obsolete? What about a ground war mode where you up the players to 100 and you double the loot spawn? These are just things off the top of my head that could just be implemented. That would make things more diverse and more enjoyable for a lot of people. Another big one that I see a lot of people complaining about that has really ruined the game for them is the matchmaking. Now, it's been known that Apex SBMM has been absolutely wild off of its rocker hard and super strict. I feel it too, so I can only imagine what the casual player base does have to go through when they are against, you know, a lot of 3 stacks. And I get it, I'm on your side. It really sucks, but at the same time, everybody has to understand that SBMM has to be in a BR to a certain degree. My vote is you protect the bottom 25% because those are the quote bots, and you just disperse the top 75% amongst each other. Do your best to really nail into the matchmaking that solos should be paired against solos and 3 stacks should be paired against 3 stacks. Now, I say that like it's the easiest thing. I'm not a developer. I don't know what the coding is like when it goes into that stuff or how difficult it really is to pull that off. But as it sits right now, it's not really working to the extent that people want it to. While we're talking about the competitive nature of Apex and what it has turned into, which is an absolute sweat fest, which I'm okay with. I'm a sweaty too, don't get me wrong. We got to touch on ranked just a little bit. So I know I've said it in the past, the whole matchmaking off of MMR just completely negates the whole rank that you see in your top right corner. And I'm a firm believer that a lot of people were turned off from that. It makes no sense to be a gold player playing in pred lobbies all the way up just to make it to pred to play in the same lobbies. It's a bit redundant. So if you look at it from a perspective of if you have a brand new player on this game and you have me, for example, and we are grinding the ranks, whatever, I'm in silver and this guy's in silver. I play ranked in silver against Preds because it's basing it off of MMR. The new player in silver is playing against actual silvers. The new player makes it up to gold. Let's say I stop my grind at gold. Is it a fair evaluation to say that we are both gold caliber players? No, of course not. We're playing 2 completely different games, which is where I think that we missed the mark and which has turned a lot of players off. To be honest with you, I feel like I've kind of went off the deep end here with my tinfoil hat and just went into full-blown constructive criticism mode. I just really want this game to succeed, man. I absolutely love this game. It is my favorite game of all time, hands down. So obviously, I'm going to voice my opinions on what I think needs to be brought to light and be shown. So hopefully there are changes. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say, maybe my ideas aren't that great. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you have ideas of your own, which is great. We should voice our opinions to hopefully get some changes that will keep this game afloat. Like I said earlier in this video, I do not believe that Apex Legends is dead. Is it going through some stuff? Yes. Some pessimistic people might say it has 1 foot in the grave. More positive people might say it's a slingshot. Realistically, this isn't boiling down to any of us that play the game. This boils down to the development team at Respawn and how they're going to respond to what's been going on with Apex Legends in terms of viewership, in terms of player base. I'm sure it's a huge wake-up call to them, and trust me, if I was in their position, I would 100% be looking at this and be like, okay guys, what can we do? This is a wake-up call. I don't know if that's exactly what they're doing. I can only assume. So I guess that leads me into my final segment of the video of, you know, what's next for the channel? What's next for content creation on Apex? For me personally, my thought process is I want to stick with Apex, but I also want to cover more ground and expand into other games. I'll be honest with you, I've been really enjoying Fortnite. You guys might see a Fortnite video tomorrow or later this week on the main channel. I'm also taking a look at Warzone, and I'm sure a lot of your favorite content creators are probably in the same boat thinking the exact same thing. I know that Rich recently posted a video on Fortnite, which you guys should 100% go check out. Ratchet also posted a video on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also banger, you should go check out. But as for Apex, we're in this weird limbo right now, especially with me, because I absolutely absolutely adore the game. I still love playing it, but there just doesn't seem to be enough interest. And if I want to continue to do my job as a content creator and provide the best content possible for you guys that you guys enjoy watching, I'm gonna have to innovate a little bit. So I say this with the highest of hopes moving forward with Apex. I'm hoping things in the next, 4 or 5 months time, they really turn around and Apex makes a huge change, an overhaul, and things start to get better for Apex. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. At the end of the day, all we can really do is wait and see. So I hope you guys stay positive about it just like I am. And yeah, that about does it. I hope you guys enjoy the videos upcoming for the, Fortnite, maybe some Warzone. And yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for listening. Later.